Greetings. We
Hello. Hi.
are live with Madam
Yeah.
Jackie. Oh, you know,
Yes, we
Jackie.
have. I'm great. We have light today.
Oh, so do I. And I am hoping, right? But yesterday I didn't have any. So I'm hoping that I don't lose any
Wow.
light. So we're going to get straight into
Wow.
it. Guys, again, season's greetings to you all.
Yeah.
Those of us who cannot, those of you rather, who cannot join the live, you will catch us on the replay.
Yeah.
Madam Jackie and I are attempting to try to get a little before the
Yes.
appointed time in the event there are any glitches. We can quickly
Right.
fix. But I'm also mindful, Jackie, of the time
Uh-huh.
because most of my audience is out in the West and the Caribbean, Jamaica in particular,
Yes.
and you're
Mm-hmm.
talking USA and Canada. Um,
Right.
also tune in, but the majority is coming from the US of A. And with us being
Mm-hmm.
5 hours ahead,
I know.
some of them still
A
sleeping
lot.
right now. Okay, so
Yes.
we're going to get straight into it. Let's start off with PSA, public service announcement.
Okay.
Guys, Jackie, I read this
Yes.
morning quickly,
Uh-huh.
and I said, no, I have to bring. In the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, Jamaica
Uh-huh.
is going through so much. It's
A
unbelievable.
lot. Yes, it's
Jackie,
true.
we're relying on the aid to come in, the relief, all of guys.
Uh,
And out in Canada,
uh-huh.
listen to me, guys. People, listen to me. Out in Canada, in the West, a 20-foot trailer parked up on a street. The if I'm pronouncing it correctly. If not, I apologize. Mississauga.
Yes, Mr. Saga.
There you go. Okay, Jackie, you know the area.
Uh-huh.
A
Yeah, I've been this.
20-foot trailer containing relief en route to Jamaica. Barrels,
Mm-hmm.
food items, the barrels containing food items. So barrels, food items,
Uh-huh.
clothing,
Yeah.
generators, because a significant portion of Jamaica, the people have no
Without
light.
light.
That's
Yes, still
another
without
story
light.
going on with JPS.
Yeah.
So you can imagine not having any light. Jackie had light for a couple of hours. Well,
Oh,
I did not have light for 8 hours,
it's it's not the best.
nearly mad
Let
out, right?
yes.
I'm here
Yes,
in
sir.
Ghana 3 years and 8 months, and I'm saying it's in terms of the light, but I'm not touching that today.
Wow.
And so, guys, Jackie, the 20-foot trailer, guys, them teeth it, stolen,
What? I thought
stolen.
you were going to say it was. I thought you were going to say turnover. They stole it.
Jackie,
Wow.
people, 20-foot trailer parked up on the roadside, Mississauga, Canada, the West, was
Wow.
stolen with all that full leave aid en route to Jamaica. All you
That's
get in the
so.
report
That's
is
sad.
that what it is, it's at a very what important stage. This happened on the
Wow.
3rd of December.
They stole the whole
December.
trailer. They stole the whole
Jackie,
trailer, guys.
Jackie, people,
Wow.
them cheat the whole 20-foot trailer. So you
Wow.
imagine if you guys are out there and Canada comes in to my content.
Wow.
If anybody contributed, you see what we're talking about, Jackie, when you have these things and all out for aid and all of that. And I say
Yeah.
this to say to you guys,
Sorry.
yes? I will line
I'm
it up
sorry.
for you. Jackie, me have a line it up for them. I say this to
Yeah.
say to you. And by the way, you can go on social media platforms, either Instagram, Twitter, now X,
Mm-hmm.
Google Jamaica Gleaner, and you'll see the article. All right?
Yeah.
They say they're making
Wow.
progress, and I'm paraphrasing that, but it happened from the 3rd of September.
My
Big,
God.
big
That's
Mississauga.
wow.
So
That's
imagine you
horrible.
out there, take your hard-earned money, pack up, and
I
you
know.
want to do something for your country. So the skepticism that persons have in the global space, it's not
Yeah.
unfounded. Here I'm going to line
Yeah.
it up for you guys. You see, when we think that is only things gone, and
Yeah. Oh,
I'm in Ghana, Jackie and
no.
I in destination Ghana,
Everywhere.
and when we're ready to talk
Everywhere.
about the teeth then, eh?
Yes.
And you think it's only Ghana things are gone, or the countries on the continent of Africa? This is what Dan is going to say to you.
I know.
I know some of you know, but Jackie, I'm going to say
Yes.
this. Organized crime is an industry.
Everywhere.
I
It
repeat,
is. It is an
organized
industry.
crime is an industry.
Yes,
There are
ma'am.
many players,
Uh-huh.
businesses in the industry of organized crime, and they
Yes.
are poised and positioned on every country on
Of course.
planet Earth.
And in every industry, Diane. They are in every industry. They are also in government, but we won't go there.
We're not, Madam Jackie, we're not touching the politics, i.e. politics.
I know.
But
I
the
know.
point you're making is valid. Because what I want
Absolutely.
you to understand, guys, is we are promoting Destination Ghana. And
Yes.
we know some of the challenges because we are speaking to investments and you're worried
Yes.
about your money, etc.
Uh-huh.
Diane is managing your affairs, or Madam Jackie. These are the type of things we discuss in consultation. We talk about the level of due diligence that I certainly do.
Absolutely.
Because Diane is,
Absolutely.
I want to say this, Jackie, and I've said it to you many times. Diane is don't frighten for name drop. I'm going to
No.
say this. Names do
Yeah.
not impress Diane is. I'm
Right.
new
We
in this
just do what we
territory.
do.
And if you give me a recommendation, but don't drop a name, and then that name is going to solidify it for me. The only way that name will solidify it for me is unless it comes from two sources. And the two sources who I will go to,
Yeah.
them not solidifying no name that they have not
Yeah.
done any form of business transaction or who they do not know personally. So if Dan S get catch, yes,
Yeah. And we all can. We all can because
and
trust
it
me,
is possible. But
there's
if
some slick
Dan
ones
S
out
get
there.
catch, Dan S have to get catch of her own volition. Because the type of due diligence that I do when I'm handling the diaspora, my clients' affairs, remember me tell you, they're going to say, no, Diane, I don't know. You know why? Because them cannot manage my level of probing.
Yes. It's
So
true.
I am trying to outline
And that's when they
that
run,
that
Diane.
cannot
That's when
deter
they
you.
run. They run.
Because Jackie, those in
Yeah.
Canada not fleeing, right or wrong. This report that is out there, many of them not even going to know that a
Yeah,
20-foot
it's true
trailer
because it's
was
not
stolen.
mainstream. It's not mainstream media, so
Right? And so
Yeah.
what we need to do, guys, again, you in the diaspora, I'm saying invest in Ghana is just be mindful, yes? And if you say you don't have the time to do your own check and balance, then hello, ensure that whoever you're communicating to, and if you
Is
don't want to
doing it
come
for you.
over to a Diane S or to Madam Jackie because you want escape consultation, you have all right to do so, but I'm going to give you this free consultation when you tune into the channel. Whomever you are dealing with, take bits and pieces from Diane's channel.
It's true.
And ask and do your own probing. Because
Yeah.
I am telling you, organized crime is an industry. And they are well represented in every country on planet Earth, from the top to the middle to the bottom. But if you're straight, you have nothing to fear. But even so, we can't always rely, Jackie, on others because the level of their probing may not be as in depth as what you and I may do. But guys,
Right.
I have
Yeah.
no choice. Because if anybody send me money, any of my clients send me money from the diaspora to do business on their behalf,
Uh-huh.
I will be
Yeah.
able to sleep well. And I'm
Exactly.
also
Knowing
into
that you,
wellness. And
knowing that you've defrauded somebody. No, no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no, I can't do that. So,
No,
guys,
I
that is a
can't.
public
I can't.
service announcement, and that is what I want you
Yes.
to line up. Yes,
Yes.
them teeth the barrel, the 20-foot, sorry, not the barrel, the 20-foot trailer, fully loaded
Wow.
with barrels containing clothing, food items, and generators that the people need who don't have any
Wow.
electricity out in a place called Mississauga. But
Wow.
they're in Canada on roadside. A 20-foot
Wow.
trailer. How does a 20-foot trailer get stolen? We leave that there.
I know. I
Guys,
know. In
right,
here.
Jackie?
Yes.
So,
Exactly.
guys,
Let
we're
me
getting straight into
let me
our subject
welcome
matter.
let me, sorry
Eh?
Diane to interrupt you, but let me welcome some there are some people on the live. I just wanted to stop for just a second to welcome
No
everybody
problem. Of
that's on the
course.
live. I see 4 people on there. Yes, and there are some people on here making comments. However, I'm not sure they're related to this channel. For those of you on here playing games, please don't do that. That's not what we're here for. Thank you. We appreciate that. And to those who are actually here to enjoy and listen to our content, thank you so much for joining, and we welcome you. So, anyway, Miss Diane, go ahead, continue.
Jackie, when this finish, you can tell me what that was all about, right? But you're not gonna tell me now to mess up my
Yes.
thing because you know probably know how I will respond. How I respond. Guys, as the subject
Yes.
matter says, we're doing part 2 of investment.
Yes.
And
Yes.
for those of you who did not get a chance to look at part 1, please to look at part 1
Yes.
because I covered what the investment that I am promoting for those serious
Yes.
out in the diaspora who looking for a type of investment where their money can work for them.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, 19 minutes of my life, Jackie, was not uploaded. Yeah, it was a 39
Oh my
minutes that
God.
I did, and only 21 minutes. So the part that was not uploaded, I'm going to touch
Yes.
on that and then hand it
Mm-hmm.
over to you, my dear, to just handle your segment accordingly. So the bit that I that was not uploaded, guys, was in hospitality, and I just say this
Right.
my thoughts on hospitality briefly, and once again I'll
Yeah.
hand over to Madam Jackie. Hospitality, when we're
Okay.
talking about the service industry, in particular,
Mm-hmm.
food, yeah,
Yes.
whether it's your nail salon, your hair salon, any
Mm-hmm.
type of service like that, spa treatment, etc. Diane
Uh-huh.
S. strongly believes if you, the owner, not in Ghana, it's
Don't
going to
do
be
it.
challenging.
It was
You have to
your
be
business.
here in,
Yes.
Jackie, you can go deep dive in that. That is
You will
my
collapse.
position. Okay?
Yeah.
We're looking at the full Monty, customer service,
Yes.
sanitation,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
accountability, open on time every time. Yeah,
Yes.
those industries, if you are not in your business, you are
Right.
going to have a challenge trying to run that from in the West or the Caribbean.
True. Yes.
Jackie, over to you,
Yeah.
madam.
Okay. And just to I just want to agree with you, Diane, that if you're trying to run a business that is customer facing business, from overseas, thinking, okay, I can put up camera and I can do this. You guys have seen the issues and the challenges that we have had with the light situation. So imagine that. Imagine that, and you're also dealing in Ghana with businesses that are on a cash basis. So inventory, cash coming in, you know that. If you ask me, it is a recipe for disaster.
I
So for
concur.
me, I would stray away from that. Whatever you're doing, you want to be able to handle your business yourself. Some, but not all of the your followers, Diane, are from Jamaica, and I think at on some level or the other, we have experienced those types of mishaps. When you put cash in somebody's hand, that's it. it's done. It's gone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
So I will definitely agree with Diane that as far as what I can see, real estate is the absolute best thing to invest in Ghana. And if you position yourself well, you will definitely reap the benefits. Just go out there and do your own search online and look at all the development going on in Ghana. Um, you know, in coming here, Diane, I was quite astonished knowing that Ghana got its independence in 1958 and their roads are still quite atrocious. And I'd say that I mean, it is what it is. The roads are
Yeah.
atrocious. However, I am confident in what I'm seeing right now. That the light has finally come on, and where Ghana understands its position in West Africa as a true gateway
Absolutely.
into the continent. And I feel
Yes.
like they're really like they're racing to the finish line now. I mean, it's not going to
But
be
they
easy
have
to
to.
catch up, but they are really racing to the finish line, and it's like boom, the light came on. Like, wait, what have we been doing? So for me, real estate, I wish I had bought more when I just got here, even up in the Volta region. I should have bought everywhere, because everywhere is really booming right now. Everywhere, everywhere. And Diane, you are in Accra. I'm sure you see the cranes in the sky, and you see all of the things that are going on with the road. And I am down in Cape Coast, and let me tell you something. Something similar is happening in Cape Coast. Cape Coast is trying to reclaim its position in Ghana because Cape
Yes.
Coast was the first capital. And
Yes.
so I'm so glad that I'm here for it, to kind of witness
Yeah.
this coming of age of
Yeah.
Ghana, of Africa. And
Yes.
so for that, I will say, real estate is the best thing. And again, we like to push people to do their own research and due diligence. So go online and see what the housing deficit in just Ghana is. There's a huge housing deficit, something like 1 million. I don't even know. And even beyond that, there's a huge need for, let me say, modern housing, for um, you know, housing that is up to date, up to the time thing, you know. Um, so imagine you coming here and building some beautiful townhouses, condos, whatever. There's lots of beachfront property that is being made available. And unlike some countries that will lock you out of the beach access, that doesn't happen in Ghana. It actually does not happen. And I don't anticipate
Big
that
point.
would ever.
Big point.
Yeah,
Big point.
I don't anticipate that would ever happen. I mean, there would just be riots in the streets here. No, that's not gonna happen.
Jackie, we don't know about
But
that, but it's part of, I think, on that big point that you make, I
yeah,
think that could be part of Ghana's culture. Yeah.
yeah,
For me, sometimes culture can be the mindset that
yes,
a people will have, especially enough persons in governance, yes,
yes,
in
yes,
leadership, yes, business
yes,
owners, and their
yes,
mindset of what Ghana means to them, what their
yeah,
country means to them,
mm-hmm,
yes,
yeah,
and resources like that, yeah.
yes,
How can
yes.
we, how can we withhold it from a
No,
people?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't see that
I'm
happening.
going to take it to this level and hand it back to you, which excites me, Jackie. When
Yeah,
I tell you, for example, I went to the Royal Senchi when a
uh-huh,
subscriber reached out, and it's on the channel, and she bought land in that
uh-huh,
region, eastern region, and we went there. As a matter of fact, her lawyer just said, meet us there, because we were coming from Accra, and he was like,
uh-huh.
meet us there, and whatever. And he says, okay, in the Royal Century. And I was blown away. But Jackie, you can enter into these spaces, guys. Yes?
Exactly. Yeah.
Luxurious resorts and hotel. You don't have to be a guest.
No,
You
no.
do not have to be a guest there. In other
Exactly.
words,
I
by
love
guest,
that.
let me be very plain. You don't have
Hmm.
to be staying there.
Exactly.
You don't have to have
Exactly. To
accommodation
go
there.
enjoy.
You can come
Exactly.
off the streets. Of course, you're attired appropriately. I mean,
Right.
I shouldn't say that. And you can experience the amenities
Absolutely.
that those
Exactly.
fantastic, luxurious resorts,
Yeah.
hotels have to offer. Yes? At
Mm-hmm.
a cost. And what is the
Yeah.
cost? Whether you want to have tea or you want to have brunch or whatever, it's not zero. But the big thing is
Yes.
you can enter, take your photos. Hey, Jackie, pose up, do your
Of course.
videos, and
Of
you're not
course.
staying there. You have no accommodation. That I applaud them for. Continue, Jackie.
Exactly. And
So,
yeah, and sometimes you pay like a maybe 150, 200 CDs and you can go there and enjoy for the day. You can go
yes,
enjoy the pool, you can go and have your lunch. And sometimes part of what you pay, there's one place here, part of what you pay is credited towards your food. And then anything
yes,
else above that you pay,
yes,
anything else above that you're going to
yes.
enjoy. So I really like kind of the way that they manage it, because you're shutting
And,
out
and,
business,
and Jackie,
you
let's
know.
talk about the cost. When you just said
Yes.
150, yeah? For example, when
Right.
we went there at the Royal Sanctuary, yeah, to sign up
Hmm.
documents and your water, right? When I returned with Jackie and friends, because I
Yes.
wanted them all to experience there, we went cruising on the Volta River. And that cost was
Yeah.
100 CDs. Guys, we are talking less than
Right.
10 US dollars. And I will say
Right.
this in Jamaica, right? There is no all inclusive that if you go and get a day pass, it
No.
gonna cost you 10 US dollars or even 20
No.
US dollars or even
No.
50 US dollars.
Or
If you
even a
buy a
hundred.
night pass, it's not costing you that. So I
No.
wanted to make that point, Jackie, because in Jamaica,
Yes.
while you can get a day pass or an evening pass, at many of our all inclusives, you're not paying that amount of money right here in
Yeah.
Ghana.
No.
You hear what
You
I'm telling
no,
you
you
guys?
absolutely are not. You absolutely are not.
Continue.
You're not. You're definitely not paying that type of money, Diane. But back to the whole investment, because that's what we're here to talk about. Um, Again, I'm going to definitely co-sign and push real estate investment, but there are also other investments as well. Like
Yeah.
myself, I Ghana has a quite most of the banks have a very generous interest rate on your savings. Nothing that like I've ever seen. When I came here to Ghana at first, Diane, I placed I opened an account here and I placed some funds in the bank, and I was in awe. But this was in 2023, early 2023. I'm getting 22, 23% interest on my money. I don't know any US bank that even gives you 3% interest.
I will say to
Since
you
then,
on that, Jackie. I will say to
uh-huh,
you on that. Please cover that in your consultation one to one,
right.
and see
Yes,
how what you did, how it relates
exactly.
to someone who will be outside of God
Right, right.
for an
Yes,
indefinite period of time. Do you understand what I'm saying? And
yes,
how
yes,
how
yes,
that will
yes,
relate to that. So please, with
yes,
the monetary investment,
yes,
please do
yes.
that again in a consultation. This here that I want is to be just as how you have foreign investors,
Right.
yes, not of African descent, and even
Mm-hmm.
some of African descent who invest either in the USA, England,
Mm-hmm.
Canada, any country they see fit, and in Jamaica, the
Mm-hmm.
type of investments that they're doing, they don't live there. The only thing that
It's
they're
mainly
doing
real
is
estate.
watching their money work. And they're having
Right,
someone or a company manage it on their behalf. That is what I'm
right,
trying to bring forth so that you could
right.
be the manager. Yes. So if one of your clients or clients want that, and likewise,
Yes,
right, we will
right,
be your personal manager. Yes?
right.
And I can tell you, we
Mm-hmm.
would not be charging what a
Right,
company that handles that. So, Jackie, what we want
right.
to bring you, say, is see,
Mm-hmm.
you may say to yourself, because the people who I'm dealing with, yes,
Mm-hmm.
is those who will possibly earn. between X and X amount. Yeah. So
Right. Yeah.
they are not going to be necessarily the quote unquote elitists in any country of the diaspora that they're in. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Right.
any individual who has labored, have a chunk of money, and said, look here, I want that personalized service. I want to be able to talk to directly who. So I may not have $1 million or whatever, but what I have, it can work down there. Who it is that can deal with me the way I want to be dealt with one to one. That is the service
Right.
that I'm offering to those out
Okay.
there. And I'm
Right.
sure that is
Right.
what you want you're offering too.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
in line with your mom and pop
Right.
idea of touching.
Absolutely.
Because one of the
Yes.
things I struggle with here, Jackie, in Ghana, I don't know if you are experiencing that, is when I call and sometimes want to talk to a manager, it's like you wonder, is this a dumpy place? Is it
know.
You can't get anybody beyond somebody who is struggling to understand what you're saying. So it puts into question, why is it so difficult? Yes?
It's true.
Because
That other thing, when you call and they answer the phone, hello, and you're wondering, where am I calling?
Yes.
You know, like
Yes.
it happened to me again the other day. I was like, is this such and such? I can't remember. They're like, yes. And I'm
Yes.
like, are you sure? I said, and I said that when you answer the phone, because otherwise I just think I may have misdialed or I have the wrong number.
Yes,
Like,
Jackie.
and this was a big enough business that
I'm
okay,
telling
you
you.
should say, okay, thank you for calling Jackie's salon.
Yes.
You know,
It is
I digress.
surprising. So Jackie,
very.
what for me, who I'm targeting in the diaspora are the persons who like myself, yes, and others who when I came to Ghana, I never know no elitist. I don't know nobody in government. There was nobody to greet me at Qatar airport.
No.
Yes?
Yeah.
Chauffeur driven and entourage.
Right.
That is not the circle Diane S is in. And do not mistake photo, meaning
For
that it is
friendship.
so. Photo
No.
up is photo up. And you will
Oh,
go to
exactly.
places and meetings and forums. It does not mean that I can call and get A, B, C, D quickly.
Absolutely not.
But if due diligence
Everybody
has to be done, then I can get answers. So how I came into Ghana, I am saying to you guys out here, I jump a couple of hurdles. Yes, you can come. You can make your money work for you. Because Jackie, you don't know already. I say money don't like noise. I say money don't like noise. And don't watch your height sometimes. Because sometimes some people have some how should I say, a level of floss and hype around them. That you're going to think all is all. And the other little person where you push and shove. You never know because their money don't like noise. Those are the persons that are trying to get out into the diaspora, Jackie. Those who know that money don't like noise.
Oh, yeah.
Madam Jackie, continue that.
I would, again, we'll revert back to the real estate. Another thing I find that some people even do here, Diane, you can come and if you rent a place, you can even rent somewhere and fix it up and manage it as an Airbnb, as a rental. And you would need someone on the ground to manage that. Because you can get something that even if you choose to invest a little more money to bring it up to certain standard, I guarantee you will make back your money if it is in the right place. It is managed well. Believe you me. That is definitely, another option. Or you catch a builder while he's still constructing. You say, hey, when you do these, I'd love to manage it for you. There's so many options where that is concerned. Once Diane or I would get to you, we sit down, we have a conversation and see exactly where you are. What is it that you would like to do? Listen, if you have a $2,000 or $3,000, say rent a place and fix it up for me, and let's do some business. It's possible.
Absolutely.
There are so many possibilities. You understand? And you can stay and you can be making money, and then you buy some land and build with the money that you're making.
Correct.
There you go. Right there, you have a business that is building your house for you while you're still there trying to figure it out, trying to come for your soft landing. So there are definitely many options in that. Me personally, when I came here, there were some people that talked about getting a car and doing Uber, and until Ghana deals with their road issues, no, that's not an
I like
option.
when I like that you
Because
touch on Uber because that's something I
yeah,
had considered. But here we are closing out
yeah,
2025. And that is a very
hmm,
salient point you're making. Because
yeah,
for me,
yes,
what I want is for the Ubers here. I'm not talking about the size of the vehicle anymore because we understand
no,
here the fuel and how it's done.
standard,
What I'm talking about is the condition of the cars.
the standard of the vehicle.
I am
Yes,
saying
yes,
the standard here for Uber is below par. It
it's
is
way below.
embarrassingly so, right? Because
Absolutely.
again, I say to these rides, Jackie, I said to them, I say, you see in Jamaica, I say our drivers them down here treat the car them better than their wife and their woman, right?
Trust me. I tell people
I
that all
raised
the
that and
time.
then they said, Madam, I said yes. I said, the point
Yeah,
is,
it's true.
meaning that they
It's true.
recognize the car is how they earn their money and
Yeah.
the car must be in good condition. The inside
Impeccable
must smell
condition.
good. Yes,
Yes,
and they
impeccable.
also put themselves together because you never know who you can pick up and what other opportunity can
It's
arise
true.
out of that. So I'm
Yeah.
right now, I will not recommend that getting into
No.
Uber here because
No.
the way the driving is, and I'm the Uber lady. Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
say stop jumping into these potholes. I said, my God, you're undercarriage. Jackie, I drove back home. They
They
have to
don't
try
care.
about they have to try about patrol in a Jamaica
They
because
don't
it
care
went
because
cost
it's
me an
not their
arm and a
vehicle.
leg.
It's
Yeah,
not their
but they
vehicle.
don't hear. They don't hear. They'll
Yeah.
mash up your vehicle. They'll mash up your
Yes.
vehicle. And you're
Very
not here.
quick,
And
and
Dan
then
is
they'll
not
just
managing that.
yeah,
Dan is
yeah, they'll
not
give it
managing
back to
anybody
you.
doing Uber.
They give it back to you, and you have to go repair the vehicles, and they will go get somebody else's vehicle to drive. You know, some people may consider even car rentals. I know a lot of people do car rentals in the U.S. You have services where you can buy a car and rent it to people, almost like Hertz or one of those companies. I know a
Okay.
lot of people in Jamaica will buy cars. Here, car rental is a little bit different, where most of the time it will come with a driver because
Yes.
again of the road conditions, and they don't want you mashing up their vehicle. And Diane, I
Yes.
was shocked when I went to Gambia, and I tried to rent a car. And they were like, well, if you rent the car and something happens to the car, you're responsible for it. I said, what? But there's no check of the car before I rent the car to see if everything is fine. So if I go down the road and the engine drop out, this man is going to tell me that I have to put in a new engine. I was like, no, 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 no. I'd rather walk. And in Ghana,
True.
you can, yes, you when you rent a vehicle, majority 90% of the time it will come with a driver. There are places where you can rent, and
Yes.
they will allow you to drive. It will cost you more, but
Absolutely. And then
it
you
is
have to know
possible.
if you say, oh, we know people are we can get a car, you have a relationship with the person who drive the car. Then. So
Exactly.
you will
Exactly.
know how that car insurance set up. Because one
Yes.
thing I know as a driver that drove for decades in Jamaica, yeah,
Yes.
when you leave your yard and go in a car, you don't have no idea what car can play. You don't know what's
You
going to
sure
happen.
don't.
But if you
You
want
don't.
to take that type of risk, more power to you. But it's true, Jackie. Anywhere
Yes.
you, oh, it comes with a driver, madam. I said, what?
Yes.
True.
Yes. 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 And you are responsible for certain repairs. If you take it yourself, that's it. If the muffler
Yeah.
fall off, you have to fix it.
Yes.
Anything happens to that vehicle, you are responsible for it. Anything.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, 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 no. I'd rather take a truck. I'm not buying anybody a brand new car here. I'm so sorry.
Forget
I'm
me
so
worse,
so
Jackie.
so
Me,
sorry.
so
Yeah, not going to do it. So those are a few of the investments that I've seen, and going back to opening up a business or something, it's definitely doable if you have someone on the ground managing the business, making sure that they're taking inventory. I wouldn't suggest food business as an investment because that's something that, I mean, you just don't have very good control of it unless you are there. I was a restaurateur, and I mean, you have to count containers and how much of this. Like, there's a whole process behind that where yes, you can kind of manage it to some degree, but your workers are eating while they're on the job. Like, I wouldn't advise anything
I
like
know
that.
what I
That's
see.
just,
And I go from
yes,
place to
I
place
see.
and I'm like,
Exactly. I mean,
Jackie,
sanitation standards and so on here. I would never recommend that for somebody who
no,
wants,
no.
who's a serious investor. The way to
Yeah,
go, and for me, the only way to really go to see a good ROI, return on your investment, is in the real estate business. And if you aren't ready to come to Ghana right now, don't hesitate, because I'm telling you guys, just go there and research about the development and the growth.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I mean, just last night, I'm watching, like, Ghana is on fire, guys. Ghana
It
is on
is.
fire, and you're going to
It
miss the
is.
sale. You're going to miss the sale because right now, what you will get for 5,000 next year is 15, and 2 years after that, let them finish these roads, and you will see what will happen. Let them finish
But
these roads. That
Jackie, even with how infrastructure is to a certain degree, when we're talking a lot with the roads, I would say
exactly.
this, persons who have other uh, business interests and investments, yeah, whether it would be
Yes.
in manufacturing or any type
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
business with that related,
Agriculture.
textiles or anything like that, yeah. And then when
Yes.
I talk about agri, yeah,
Agree.
um,
Exactly.
agri farming, though
Yes.
at that level, yeah, and
Yes.
depending on the amount that you're planning to invest. Then if you're
Exactly.
if you're from the Jamaican persuasion, there's the Jamaican consulate, and with the Nigerian commissioner. I quite like him actually, as I do honorary
Yeah.
or Jamaican consul. I like the two of them. I quite like it. Maybe that is why I'm going to
Yeah.
these forums, because I really do like the two of them. Seriously, you know what I mean? A is A and B is B. And that's what I kind of like about them. And so if you're doing businesses on that level, yeah, where your investment, Jackie, you're talking maybe a couple, $500,000 US or along that, in that line, then certainly you can go to those the embassy or the consulate, have that communication dialogue. And I guess if
Right.
you're the American
Yeah.
persuasion, then of course you have AAA, African American Association, and you have other associations going on
Exactly.
that you certainly can get some due diligence. And if you come up on myself or Jackie
Right.
and you say to us, hey, we are interested, can you get us some information? Then certainly that is covered
No
under our
problem.
consultation.
Exactly. Full
But
vetting.
that's also
Full vetting.
taking place here now. But Jackie, when you on the point to sanitation in eateries, I want to tell you this from guys. If I
Yeah.
go to somewhere today and I go to the loo, the restroom, if that
Woo.
place in a one place, I'm not going back there for eating. I
No.
am not going back there because the state of the restroom, the bathroom, yes,
Mm-hmm.
at
It's true.
a restaurant, cafe, yes,
Mm-hmm.
that
It's true.
you're it's not roadside where you see what roadside look like. Yeah, you're going in where
Right.
everything. When that I said, where's the restroom? Where's the loo? If in there turn up in a place, I'm not going to eat there. And so it's
Right.
extremely important because that gives you an idea
Yeah.
of how the
Absolutely.
staff is handling
Yes.
food
Yes.
in the
Yes.
kitchen
It's true.
and who
Because
the
where are they
management
using the
is.
bathroom? Where are they
Thank
using the
you.
bathroom, and where are they washing their
Thank you.
hands?
And Jackie, to the point where you
Yeah.
need to be in the establishment, because you and I, we diverse in our culinary appetite.
Yes.
And I'm
Yes.
telling you, when you go to certain places, say where the manager, you never have to ask, you see, Mr. or Mrs.
They're like,
Mrs. kind of perch up, You don't have to ask. I hope I
yeah.
made that very clear, what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. Right?
Yeah.
You all gotta sort out your bathrooms. And
Yes.
diasporans coming in, if you to those industries, you are going to raise the bar on that. Because I'm
Absolutely.
telling you, Ghanaians and of all persuasion, they love niceness. So when you'll be surprised to see what they will come to your place and expect and will come back if it's
Yeah.
fully there. Right, Jackie?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's one of the first, it's so funny. That's one of the first things I'll check. Like the other day when I went to there's a hotel here, kind of new. And I went into the bathroom and I was like, oh, okay. But me and my OCD self, I look in the corner and I see some cobwebs. I'm like, they need to step up,
And you know
but
me, you know,
not
Jackie,
definitely
may I
not a
call the
deal breaker.
manager.
Yeah, definitely
Jackie,
not
you
a deal
know,
breaker. I'm not gonna call you for some cobwebs in the corner, but it was, it was a very, very,
Jackie,
very
Miss
nice
Lauren
place.
can tell you. Miss Alaska can tell
Yes.
you. We were
And let me
out.
just pause for 1 second to acknowledge Lauren. She's on here.
I
I
just called
wanted
in
to
here.
acknowledge you. Hey, ladies. Top of the morning to you too, Miss Lauren.
Season
Thank you
greetings,
for
darling.
joining. Yes,
Mhm.
thank you for joining. And let me acknowledge uh Levitt, I C's third born something. Sisters watching from St. Louis, Missouri, USA. Hello. I saw your previous hi. I
Welcome.
didn't get to acknowledge you. Welcome to our live. And Eric Emmanuel says something about you feel good. Yes, we feel amazing because we are in
Oh,
Ghana.
yes.
Yes, we
Season
feel
greetings,
amazing.
Ghana
You see
it
the
is.
glow?
Jackie and Miss Blow Blow. But there, I changed room, Jackie. So let me see how soon start. But I said, even though the fan is on me. Jackie, Miss
Let me
Alaska
turn
and
on.
Lauren can speak to this. When I took
Yeah.
her somewhere, right? And I tell you,
Uh-huh.
I took her to the joint the first time, you know. I said, Lauren, you're here in Accra, we're getting through with the citizenship. And I went to a
Yeah.
particular place that I recommended her. And I wasn't happy with the condition of the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when the server, yes, and I'm saying server because I'm not going to say the gender. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, could you tidy up here? They directed me to sit somewhere else. I said, oh no. I said, no. I said, this is where we're going to sit. I said, may I speak to the manager? Manager, I said, your supervisor. The supervisor came. And guys, I'll
Mm-hmm.
just say this to you. It was handled well. Yes?
Wow.
And
Yeah.
when another attendant came and started to do the tidying up, I noticed you talk about cobwebs, some mess under the table. And I said, let me show you what I'm talking about. Right? That time you're Mr. Lasker, she just sit down and I look for me and free me, you know. I got up
Yeah.
and I took one or two
Right.
people in here. Jackie, you know, I don't see people. You know, I'm in my
Yes.
own world half of the time. I
I
move.
know.
And Jackie, I took the thing and I said, look here. I said, watch me, watch me. And I bend down and I go under the thing and I wipe under the top and he eats. They looked at me and I said, they copied. And when it was done, all was well. The
Mm.
supervisor came and I said, you know, how I operate. If I'm not satisfied with something, I'm dealing with it right here and now. I am not going on
Mm.
social media and blast your
Right.
establishment. I said that's not my way. Okay? And nobody can pay me to do that. I want to
Right.
have a conversation. So I'm expecting that if there's not a manager, people in an establishment, you have a supervisor
Mm-hmm.
who is able, yes, to make certain
Mm-hmm.
decisions and can take certain actions that can satisfy the customer in the moment. And the supervisor
Right.
did that. I applauded the supervisor. And I said, I said, as a matter of fact, I enjoy your meals here. That is why I brought my friend who is actually coming from out of town, coming here for the very first time. And Jackie, the meal came. I enjoyed it. Miss
Mm.
Alaska had her stuff, paid the bill. And you know, send me a tip up, right? Come here, tip from
Yeah.
me, learn me, understand. Say, tip for
Yeah.
service. Me tip for ensure service. Because if I'm going
Right.
to tip for
There you
customer
go.
service, I won't give nobody
Yeah.
no money when I go out,
Yeah.
right? And that is something I learned in personal development because I'm big on personal development and you have some good
Right.
motivational speakers that kind of assist you, yeah? And
Mm-hmm.
we tipped accordingly. And the server looked at me and said, Madam, thank you. I said,
Wow.
you're good, man. I say, you're
Yeah.
good. Don't worry about it. I enjoy the meal because Jackie, not even crumbs left on the plate when I done it. Because you know when I hungry
What?
and the food tastes good, I like
You
go.
really enjoy it
And
then.
I say, you're good, man. All is well.
Yeah.
I want us, Jackie, and guys. that we get beyond. You can have a complaint. You can deal with it when you're out there in the service industry.
Yeah.
And once you are able to speak to someone who can address it,
Yeah.
all is well.
Yeah.
But if you have this nonchalant attitude and you have people on your behalf, that
Yeah.
basically is not going to do it. Diane is not going to blast you. There are others that will do so. But if another business opens up and it happened to be from the diaspora,
You can
it's
best
nobody
believe.
taking away your team.
No, it's you giving it
You're
away.
going to lose it because you can't
Yeah.
stop competition. How do you
No,
have
you
a
can't.
competition? By rising to the occasion. Oh, you're up
Exactly.
it. What you say on
Yes.
that, Jackie? What you say to that?
I 100% agree. And I mean, I'll say in some instances, those it's starting already, with the influx of diasporans who are choosing destination Ghana, and seeing, the necessary improvements that are needed here, in order for, people that have a certain standard to live and live comfortably. Those things are already changing. They're already changing.
And good
And,
standard, Jackie, is for everybody. Good standard
yes,
is not based
it's not
on
for
the deck
everybody. And
of your pocket,
it's just
right?
right. And
Good
you've never seen
standards is for everybody, regardless of
yes,
your social standing in society.
yes,
I am big on that,
yes.
So this thing sometimes with those who have money because their vehicle may be bigger or they don't
No,
have to stay in the traffic. They can put on the
no.
sirens. Certain things like that happen back again. And you don't know my position. I am not into
Yes,
the quote unquote status. I recognize it exists in society. Yes, because it is what it
right.
is, just as earning potential. But when it comes on to what should be basic and should be the norm, that must not be considered
Yeah.
based
But
on your
but
status.
but Diane, I remember a time, when there were similar issues in Jamaica, and Jamaica has
Yes,
definitely come full circle.
yes,
Trust me. I
yes.
remember when I was younger, you go to Jamaica. Sometime a pit toilet you have to go is a restaurant and it's a pit toilet. So I remember things like that, and I know it will come full circle here as well. It will, because then listen. Once you introduce somebody to niceness, I call it niceness. They want
Yes,
to keep that
of course,
niceness.
of course.
You will not revert back. You will
No,
not revert back. You'll be like,
no.
no, 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 no. But again, it is happening slowly. I think a lot of issues are coming to light, and Ghana is slowly solving its issues. But it's going to take time, people. It's going to take
But
time.
yes, it
But
will
don't let
take
that
time,
stop you.
Jackie.
Don't let that
But
stop you.
our message.
Be the change you want to see. That's what I say. Be the
Oh,
change that you
absolutely.
want to see.
But
Yeah, you
Jackie,
want
this
to
is
come here
real
and start a
talk.
business. Do it well.
This is real talk. Life in
Yes,
God. So everything that
exactly.
we are sharing, it's
Yeah.
not a deterrent, right?
No.
It's to let you know why now. Come now.
Exactly.
Because
Come now.
remember what I said on the Dolly Hawk, was it not whichever one it was? That
Mm-hmm.
what Ghana looked like 30 or 40 or 50 odd years. And we
Yeah.
entering in 2022. Yes? If we had insight,
Mm-hmm.
even 10 years ago, Jackie, the very same thing you're saying you
Oh
wish
my
you
God, I
could,
say it all
we
the
would be
time.
ahead of the game.
Diane say it
So
all the time.
what
All
it's
the time. I say it.
anybody that listening
Yeah.
to Diane is, even Ghanaians out there, understand, say I live in Ghana, Ghana is home. And whatever we are pointing
Yes.
out is to let the diaspora knows that that cannot be a deterrent for you not
No.
capitalizing on what Ghana has to offer, because
Yeah.
others out in the diaspora are doing so, whether
Absolutely.
they are of
Absolutely.
African descent or not. You just not see
Absolutely.
them on social media. You may see them on the news, and if you're not watch news, and if you're not watching the news programs on social media, you think that everything about Ghana is through the lens of
Not
social
so.
media content
Yes,
creators.
not
It
so.
is
Not
not
so.
so. Come,
No.
not
I
you,
warn
Jackie?
people all the time. I warn people all the time about that. Be careful what you're saying. And then some people deliberately don't say it because maybe they're selling a service and they're afraid if they say the truth, it's going to deter you from getting that service. I'm going to call it what it is. I think you and I are providing a really great service in laying it out just as it is and saying, listen, things are changing. Things are changing. Don't let that deter you because you're going
Jackie, you
to
don't
end up
like
missing the
niceness.
boat. You're going to miss the
Jackie, you
boat.
don't like niceness.
Of course.
You don't know, say me love niceness.
Of niceness.
Why am
Of
I going
nice.
to live in a country when a niceness is?
Thank you. Where you can't get no
Come on,
niceness.
guys.
It has to be here somewhere. And anywhere the niceness is, I'm going to
Jackie, you
find
know
it.
what happened to us?
Trust me.
I will speak for myself. Once upon a time when they spoke about Africa, Diane said, oh, it's pure Rasta and Baba Dread. Me and a Rasta. Hello.
And Mud House.
And Mud House. Right? Hello. We are saying to you right here now.
Yeah.
And we can't hear from the money that we have a little content going on. We are growing our channel, but we are living what we are speaking about. And we want you two guys to come because we can't put everything on social media, right? That is for one. I don't share all aspects of my life on social media. I have to leave a little thing private, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you go on, sir.
I'm probably
But
worse
rest
than you,
assured,
Diane.
eh?
I'm worse than you. I'm trying to get better, though. I really am.
But we're telling you it can happen because I do not, Jackie, we know what people them for say, lose out. If you lose out because you choose is a different thing, but not because I never know.
Yeah.
Hey, Jackie?
You can't say we didn't tell you. You can't say we didn't warn you. I'm serious.
Anything
Guys,
else you want to add, Jackie? You know that
listen.
we're running here now, coming up almost to an hour. What else you
Yes.
want to touch on in Central Region as it relates to your to the service industry and to what you're seeing down there? Because guys, because I collaborate with Jackie, I want to say this too. I am only dealing with right now Accra and Central Region because I collaborate with Jackie and I have a relationship with Jackie that I can speak to. I don't have that in Kumasi. I don't have anybody that I collaborate on that level where I can say if something is going on in Kumasi, it's in their interest to do ABCD. So that is why I'm focusing on Accra, over 5 million, right? A whole heap of people that. Jackie's out in the Central Region, right? That is like, as I said, on part one, you saw where breakdown in giving you an idea of the population. So that's where Dan is focusing in this season. Accra and the Central Region, because I can work alongside Jackie, who is based there. I am not touching any other region until I am comfortable enough to identify someone on the same mindset and who wants to offer the similar services like what Jackie is offering, right? And you know, Jackie, now I kind of understand when I came here earlier and used to say this person, so you know the business over there. They're like, oh, I only deal with this area. Jackie, sometimes one call lose out, right? And what I'm realizing with the level of due diligence and the communication, me now spread myself at a particular level and cannot. So to your point, that people sometimes may say, you're not telling them anything because you will lose business. Darling, I can't lose that way. I will certainly lose if I create what is not real to you. Because I will tell you, you all in the diaspora out there, I don't know, there's nothing that I think you may not do if it is felt that I have robbed you. And Diane's name is extremely important because both my parents, mother and father, died with a good name, meaning there's no scandal, impropriety, money. Nobody couldn't call my mother or father. The late Maxine Shaw and the late Raymond Shaw. The name thief could never and was never associated with those two persons. And that is the name I carry here on the continent of Africa, Destination Ghana. Jackie, Wrap this
Yes.
up for me. Wrap it
All
up
right.
and
Let
add
me
up
just
some more things. Add up some more
wrap
things,
it
my
up.
girl.
I have to acknowledge my friend that is on here. Wisdom, hello. We'll talk later. And
Hey, Linda.
Joan Williams Roberts. Joan says, "Hi, I think you meant where in Ghana are you? Diane is in Accra, and I am in Cape Coast area. So hi, Joan. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining our live, even though we're at
Hey,
the end. But
Joe.
please rewind, and go back and watch again.
Yeah.
Because what we're saying is really, really important. But
Yes.
just to wrap it up, Diane, as you were saying, likewise myself in regards to where I am. I'm again in Central Region. Cape Coast is part of the Central Region, and Diane is in Accra. So what I cannot do, I would definitely hand it over to Diane to deal with in Accra for myself. Anyway, Diane, like I said in the beginning, Cape Coast is exploding right now, and Cape Coast is taking a page out of some of the books that are being read in Accra.
Love that.
There was an initiative. Clean up Cape Coast, like around the castle area, where they got. I think I saw some school children out there. I mean, it's coming. It really is coming to where an awareness. I see more awareness where Ghana is concerned, and presenting Ghana in a more aesthetically pleasing way.
Absolutely.
So I really I see so much happening. Like I can't tell you, my level of excitement is just like whoa. Listen, I'm like, do I need to? I mean, if you find some money if you buy some more land, like
Yes. Yes.
this is, I
Yes.
might
Yes.
have to
Yes.
sell a
Nice.
kidney or something, Dan,
It's
because I
nice.
don't drink. I don't really drink, so I can afford to sell a kidney maybe to go get another piece of land, so I can keep it. But anybody out there, if you guys have any interest whatsoever in Ghana, listen, I'm saying don't hesitate. Seriously, guys, do not hesitate, because many of us can just slap ourselves when we look back at opportunities that came our way and we didn't seize it because as we say, you buck on shuffle
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah,
hesitating and
man.
you're hemming and you're hawing and you're scratching your head and
Hmm.
wondering if it's really real. Listen, it's real. It is
Yes.
real. It
Yes.
is real. And the cost that you're getting a piece of land for here, no, in Ghana. I mean, for many of you, it's even less than your annual property taxes in the United States.
Ah.
It's way less, way, way, way less than the car you're driving. Drive the car for another few years. Don't trade it in when after 4 years, and use that payment money and get you some land here in Ghana. Some people selling land here will even put you on a payment plan. I'm serious, guys. If you go and you're like, okay, I want this land, but I need 3 months or 4 months to pay for it. It's 2,500, 3,000, 5,000. Listen, make the sacrifice. Invest in you. Trust in yourself, and allow us to lead you and show you the way. Let you have a soft landing in Ghana.
Absolutely.
That is what I have to say.
Absolutely. It will be our pleasure, and we are thorough. Guys,
Yeah.
I never sooner like up this live. Please to like up the live, like up the live. I
Yeah.
ask you to share it to your circle, right? Friends, family, right? As
Yes.
you're moving on, please share it and
Yeah.
subscribe to my channel. Also, Madam Jackie's channel, where you'll find a link in the description.
Yes. Yes.
Thursday. I think we're going to do, Jackie. I would love for us to do even one more live, or at best two, before we
Okay.
close out there, right? The next
Oh,
one I have
okay.
some
Yes.
thoughts, and that one is going to be very hilarious, right? I'll talk to you
Yeah.
later.
Absolutely.
Guys,
Absolutely.
have a fantastic day today.
Yes.
Um, Jackie, you too, out in Central Region.
Yes.
Thank
I gotta
you.
hit these streets right
Eh?
now.
Me too, me too. Africa Road.
Yes. Yes.
Medasi.
Okay.
Walk good.
Yes.
God bless.
Absolutely.